Did you know you can significantly speed up page load times by optimizing your graphics? Hi, I'm Dan Afonso of Afonso Consulting and Enfold IT, and this is how we're going to optimize graphics for your website. Graphics optimization is sort of a black art that came about from the dawn of the internet. Back in the day, computer monitors could display 256 colors, and the rare ones that could display 16,000 or so. In those days, we had what's called paletted graphics. Paletted graphics meant you had a range of 200 some odd thousand colors, but you could only choose 256 to display out of them. This was a problem if you had a lot of conflicting graphics because you could not get all the palette slots required to reproduce it. Back then, optimizing was critical, or you'd wind up with a really terrible looking website. Nowadays, almost everyone has at least 16,000 colors, and most people have at least 24 million. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a photo, in this case a couple of canoes lying around, and we're going to optimize it for the web. Now the thing is, this photo is 2048 pixels by 1536 wide. It's gigantic, it's about 1.3 megs. Loading this on your average web page is it's not practical. It's much bigger than the rest of the text that's going to be on there under most circumstances. So the first thing we're going to do to take your camera just right off the camera is we're going to take the most interesting part. Now I'm using a program called GIMP. Photoshop will do this, just about any graphic manipulation program will do it. GIMP I like because it's free, well supported, and they're always adding stuff to it, and it feels good to support open source. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab the crop tool. Now the crop tool allows me to just take out the interesting part of the picture. So I'm just going to grab the canoes and a little bit of the bushes. There we go. And it's going to give me a window, which of course is off the screen. Nope, all right, it's over here. So we can crop, and I can change the aspect ratio. I can change this around once I have it. Once I'm done, I'm just going to click in the middle. Okay, there's my picture. Now we've taken this down to 1752 by 1112. It's still way too big for a web page. So figure out how big you want it on your web page. The average monitor nowadays is about 90 dots per inch, and it'll go down to about 72 dots per inch. And you can work out the math, or you can guess. I'm not adverse to guessing. So I'm going to put this at full size. Instead of 50% like it is now, 100%. Okay. So I'm going to go into Image, Scale it, and I'm going to take that and make the image a proper size. I'm making sure that the aspect ratio is locked. If I do not do this, it's going to get skinny or fat. So we're just going to make this, I don't know, I'll make it 300 wide. And let's take a look. The interpolation, that's how it takes into account information that isn't there. Cubic is fine. Just use the best you can because speed is really not important in this case. So I'm going to hit scale. It scales it. 100%, that looks like about the right size to put it on a web page. So we can leave it there, or I can undo by hitting Control-Z and change it again. Now, the next thing you want to do is reduce quality. You don't really want to do this on pictures that are supposed to be line art or graphics. It doesn't look good. The artifacting, as it's called, will just be obvious where there's little dots everywhere on it. So but this is a photo. So what we're going to do on it is we're just going to get it to the right size. Again, I'm going to scale the image. I'm just going to set it down to, this time I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, about 400 wide, so we can actually see it. Okay, we got that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it as a JPEG under a different name. I can save it. And it's going to ask me, what quality do I want? Now this is at 94 quality. This is an arbitrary scale. I can show the preview. I can also lose the window. And we can see exactly what we're going to get. So I'm going to preview it, and at 94 it looks about the same. If I drag it down to 72, it still looks about the same. I can drag it down to 5, and now it doesn't look so good. So, but we can really just bring it up to, we can drop it down to a 30. The graphics file is now 21K, down from 1 meg. And when we save this, this is reasonable to put on our website. I'm Dan Afonso, and I hope that explains to you how to optimize graphics for web pages.